Hey guys, how are you guys doing? Welcome to Late Nights with Sabr. Today we have a special guest. Yes, a special guest. We have the man himself, the story of Cafe Lou. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Chilling, chilling.
All right, guys. So if you guys don't know who this is Durban Poison. Let the people know who you are, bro. All your stuff is linked below. So if you guys don't know who he is, check out his stuff, his Instagram, his link tree, and let them know who you are, bro.
Well, I'm a guy who's trying to make models. I wouldn't even call myself a designer yet. Like I don't know. Uh, but I'm trying.
Yeah. All right, bro. And let them know like what you do, bro. Okay, so I'll start it off real quick. For you guys who don't know who Durbin is Durbin has some cool designs he's working on, and he's actually one of a few of the guys that I actually met in person. Uh, we were able to chill together, and actually the Cafe Lou story is very entertaining. They had dope ass wings, and me and him were in the hood. Like if you guys don't understand, when he came over, we were like in the hood, like just chilling, and it takes a sort of person like not everybody could be in the hood, bro. Like not everybody could be in this place where you're eating hot wings and people are gambling and there's homeless people outside walking around naked. Not everybody, you can't take everybody on dates like that. Was able to do it. So yeah, man, let's talk about your designs, bro. Like explain to the people what you do. Let them know who you are and where they could find you, bro. Don't be shy, bro.
So I'm on Instagram. I'm at DurbanPoison. I do a lot of muzzle brakes, a lot of muzzle devices. Fucking, it's easier to show them. Do you have like those pictures or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah, we'll start showing your stuff, but let's talk about the names of your devices, bro. Like how did
Oh,
you
okay. Hold on. I gotta pull them up. I gotta.
yeah, we'll
uh,
start showing your stuff.
All right. So the one I'm like, well, where do you think we should start? Because like,
Well let me get your stuff out fast and then that
no
way
worries.
the everybody could I'm gonna start with your tester prints. Is that cool?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay, who do you want to start off with? We
yeah.
got
Yeah, do that one.
okay, let's do
This
this.
dude is the craziest motherfucker, dude. He only, I tell him that all my shit's for 22, and he always shoots 5.56 through them at one time.
Okay, so this is him, right?
Yeah, yeah. So this is it without the muzzle device on. That's the first one,
All
and then
right.
there's one with because it's a two-stage device. So there's like a blast cage, and well, there's the brake, and then there's the blast cage. That's the brake.
Okay, so and that muzzle device that he's testing, that's your stuff, right?
Yeah, that's the two-stage muzzle. Fuck, what did I call that, dude? I make my names all funny and shit, and then like I can't remember them.
All right. And then what's this right here, bro?
Same one. That's just the very first shot through it ever,
Okay.
right off his porch, like a real American.
Oh, that's just dope.
Yeah, it really just directs the muzzle. This is him shooting 5.56
Oh, what the
right.
heck, bro? Bro, my ears are ringing, bro, and I have headphones.
You sent me that. Loves to do it. This is another one of shooting 5.56 through it. It's just
What the heck, bro?
he
Bro, this
wants that. I'm gonna get him. I'm trying to design him one because he wants it bad. He tries it every time.
okay, so let's talk about we'll continue with this, right? But let's talk about how you got started and how did you get into Guncat, bro? What people call
So I've been shooting since I was 8. Um,
yeah.
and like, but from like I'm from like Southern California, so
All right.
we had dope shit at one point, and then we didn't anymore. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah,
like I've always been like interested because I was an avid shooter as a kid, And it didn't took them like me like really COVID was like the start of it. I went and got a 3D printer at Micro Center. They
Yeah.
like week one of shutdown, there was a fucking crazy ass line around the fucking store, and I waited in that shit, got in there, grabbed the printer, fucking got home, and the first thing I tried to print was a gun.
Okay. But let's talk about how did you get into it? Like, did you see? Was it through Vice, bro? Was it
Nah,
a
no,
movie?
earlier
What
than that.
was it?
Like I'm talking really like the start of COVID, like the very start, like the 2 week shutdown when it was
Yeah,
two
yeah, like,
weeks.
yeah, when it was allegedly,
Dude, yeah, like
and they spreaded it. Okay.
yeah, no. So like and like even then, like I didn't think like there was already a community if you Googled it at the time. Now looking back, I probably had a bunch of those models from that one French company that's trying to fucking fuck up the industry.
Yeah, yeah,
But I didn't know that, and I was printing them. But then I didn't even know that like some of the like Glocks, for example, the front rails are pressed in at the factory. So like even if I had a successful one, what was I gonna do with it? Like it was like a futile effort. But I've been trying to do this for years. I've been around it. I've been googling. It was really the search of it all, like trying to find it and finding little hints of it and like little breadcrumbs leading to other shit.
yeah, for sure, bro. Like Dodgenato says, COVID brought a lot of people into the community.
Oh
Um,
yeah, for sure.
you think for you, it was going into that rabbit hole, right? Like just searching, figuring it out, and then once you figured it out, and you're like, "Hey, I could actually do this." That's when you went balls deep, as we
Oh
just should we say it like that, balls deep.
yeah, I mean, whatever's clever.
Right?
um, fucking when I got so my very first successful build was the Galileo, but
Mhm.
I wasted lots of filament trying to get there. um, uh, but once like it's like one thing to even like the chase is fun, right? Like trying to find the files, figure out what's real.
Yeah,
At the time, not knowing about Odyssey, DefCAD, any of that shit, like or any centralized chat of this. Like I didn't like, bro. I didn't bring this up to anybody. Like I wasn't like trying to talk to people. Yo, do you
yeah,
know where I can get gun files? Like,
for real, bro.
um, but fucking uh like once I got the first successful print, it was like a whole different addiction. Like once you shoot a three like something you printed, like literally it started off as nothing.
Yeah.
Like that is a different type of feeling. It
Yeah,
really
bro.
is.
I tell a lot of people that there's nothing more American till you actually print your first gun, right? Like people don't realize how it is. Like I remember when I printed my first working gun allegedly, right before all the rules and all the bullshit that was going on in California. I was like, damn, this is what it feels to be American, right? Like I thought being able to go and purchase a gun was American as it could be, bro. But then once I actually printed my own thing and I had it in my hands, I was like, damn, this is what America is, bro. Like this is what it is. You know what I mean? Um, but let's talk a little bit about your bringing up, bro. Did was your family 2A? I'm pretty sure they weren't, right?
So my dad is, and like he's one of the like people think because like I don't live in California anymore, and like when you go anywhere else, they think like when you go to a gun store and like it somehow comes up that you're from California, they think that you don't know anything about guns at all, which is like if you're from California and you shoot, you have 19 guns. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have
Yeah,
that many, but like you know what I mean? Like you're like
yeah,
you don't know anybody that's got them, so you don't get to try other shit. So you gotta go buy it. Like that's really like it started off as like a passion with my dad, like going trapping skeet shooting, and fucking getting good at that, and then like getting my hunting license, never actually using it, but like getting it and stuff. It's like it was like a thing with my dad, and he honestly doesn't even shoot that much anymore. But like I'm going strong.
yeah, yeah. So you feel like it was more like a bonding thing with your father instead of your dad taking you fishing. It was we were going out and shoot, right?
Yeah, so okay, when I was like my mom was definitely not anti-gun, well, yeah, anti-gun. She does
Yeah.
not like handguns. She is not a fan of handguns.
Okay.
Um uh and that was always her thing, like her like road to die on, like with my dad. Like I was never to have a handgun, and when he bought me a Walther P22, and fucking I let it slip at dinner or something when I was like 10.
Oh,
It was
shit,
like
bro.
it was
So
like a whole thing, dude.
what did your
But like
mom say?
say that again.
What did your mom say when you, like, let it slip? You a
She just
kid,
looked. And
huh?
she didn't say much. It was a look, and we were out at dinner, so like, and it was just like very silent after that.
Yeah, bro. Okay, and then, let's talk about your designs, bro. How long have you been designing for? Like, is it recently? Did you teach yourself how to use, the CAD software, or did
Yeah.
somebody
So
help you?
like, okay, when I put together, I was talking about this with Haywood the other day, but like
Yeah.
when when uh when I first put together a Glock, I didn't like look up how to do it. I like looked at the pieces and looked at it like,
Yeah.
until I got it like at least semi functioning, and then I did it. And I approached CAD the same way. And
Uh-huh.
so like I literally opened up Fusion, no tutorials, no nothing, and just like fucked around with it. And like honestly, till I wanted to pull my hair out. But that's how you learn.
Okay, so, let's look at your designs, bro. Let's show the people what you've been working with, because I really like the aesthetics of your designs. I like how you pick your colors for the background, and I like the way that uh, you do your post. They actually, I think that's what kind of got me into looking at your stuff, was the way that you had everything set up. So
Oh,
that,
like the feel of like because like my Instagram is really like how I got like any attention at all. Like
yeah,
um yeah, like so like I did know because of like previous employment and stuff and like parts of jobs having to be like social media, like doing social media stuff, like you need like a format and you need to like have a consistent style. And so
correct.
like and I saw like the color in the background comes like honestly I stole that from Middleton Made. I'm not even gonna lie. I
Oh,
saw his shit and I was like, that is clean and it makes the whole thing pop. It does. It brings
yeah,
like the
for
whole
sure.
like your eye right to the design. Yeah. Click on those high points. Those are like
On which
I
one?
did the 19, 20, and 21.
Hold on.
I don't know. They're numbered on your computer.
The 19, you said?
Yeah, 19. Yeah, like those three. Because this is like the first time I ever tried stippling.
This
I'm
one?
not too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I can't see anything, but yeah, the one your mouse is on.
Okay, so this one, could you see it or no?
Mm, no, that didn't update.
Hold on, hold on.
Is a high point? You can
Um,
tell it's a high point. It's just like a little different.
yeah, yeah, it's a high point with stippling.
Yeah, and like I really started remixing that gun because fucking I wanted to I bought all the parts because there's like I wanted an eBay auction for like $30 or something like that. It was like
Mm,
all of the parts to High Point, but the 40 and I hadn't even put like had a successful Glock yet at that point. And
could
so
you
like but when I went to put together the High Point,
yeah,
it felt so weak. Like it literally felt like most of like I broke three of them just putting it together. And so then I made that front part way heavier, um, just to shit my AirPod, just to make it feel like it wasn't gonna rip apart.
yeah, bro, it's I know what you're it's not sharing it for some weird reason. Um, but okay, yeah, the stippling of the high point, you were doing it and then you were having issues with it, right?
Yeah, so I learned the hard way that things like your stippling has like there's a reason why like it's a certain size even like the texture can't be too small. Like I bet you that wouldn't even print, like or
Okay.
at least most of its like features like because like I tried that on a muzzle brake one time and it like like the main line showed up like the big like crisscrossing ones, but like
Yeah.
any of the fine detail your slicer won't even pick it up.
Yeah, bro. But you know what? Like with high points, there's a lot of issues with out of batteries, bro.
Oh
Have you
yeah,
ever
dude, that kind of
experienced
like
that?
it has like the safety is not really a safety. Like, it's
Yeah, so
like
the part back here or something that
yeah,
clicks right there.
that will fall definitely if you put the nail in like or the pin in the wrong spot. That will definitely like just
Yeah,
fire out its own.
real, bro. Okay, and then this one is what, like like a zebra type of.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I got those from because like, bro, everyone starts off as a file whore. I don't care what who you are.
Yeah,
Everyone does. I got those from like the it was like the WTF9 file or whatever. What's really cool about like like those files is that they include like the stippling that they used. There's like a lot of the design resources to get people started. It was actually really cool.
Okay, bro. And then let's talk about like who inspires you in the community, bro. Like I know you talked about Militant Made and that you got some of his stuff and used it on your stuff, but like who else is some of the designers that actually kind of motivate you and push you to do more work?
Well, I mean, honestly, everyone in it, but made like a huge influence on me. Like the very first thing I ever catted, I tried to remix the forend to the Galileo. DB was really cool, and he included like the shroud template. It's just like the important part, how it interfaces with the gun, and
Yeah,
then like you can do the rest. You know what I mean?
correct.
And that honestly is like a really cool thing that he did. And ever since then, I've been paying a lot of attention to what he does, and I really fuck with his work. Like
All right.
everyone in the community, I haven't seen shit. I mean, other than like the stuff where I'm like, I don't want to get my door kicked in.
Yeah, man.
That's I'm gonna do this soon. I've been trying to do like a 3D printed and almost entirely 3D printed bolt action 22. I have like 9 different complete versions of this from the ground up, dude.
So have you been working on this with Hey Bus Off or no? Hayward?
No, well, okay, so I actually got like some information about the bolt itself recently because he's doing that the printed 1022 bolt, and
Yeah.
I was talking to him about the weight behind it because I understand most of like the engineering stuff. It's like some of it, like the how the pressures affect everything and all of that, like some of the ballistic math with that, like I'm
Yeah.
not too good on. I don't trust my own numbers.
Okay, okay. And then let's talk about this one right here, this
So
muscle
he
brace.
actually tested that for me. That was like one of my first real interactions with him. He's a really cool dude. He goes above and beyond for the community as a whole.
Yeah.
But he shot that for me, and like honestly, if you think about a muzzle device, that's a sketchy thing to try out from someone.
I mean, we just saw a video of the dude blowing some stuff up, bro.
Yeah.
And then what is this, bro? Is this kind of like the
That is
scale?
unreleased. That's been shelved for right now, only because I don't know, bro, like I hit these these points where like I get so frustrated with some of my models, like
Yeah.
because like again, self-taught and honestly arrogant and annoying. I won't like look shit up. So like if I can't just figure it out, I'll just sit there for a minute. But with the one that I have coming out that's soon, that's in beta, the Cipher one, it's pretty similar to that. In fact, they kind of like complement each other in a lot of ways. They I think I took half of that, like the lower of
Yeah.
that model, and then I started fucking with it, and then got to the Cipher. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna revisit that one. I have a ton of muzzle devices, dude. Like, I mean, I make at least one a day.
Okay. And the muscle devices. Let's talk about that. What do you like about designing muscle devices, bro? Is it something that you're just like into it, or is that like a way that you kind of practice your trade and your craft by trying to
So
design stuff daily?
I love the idea of like a muzzle, like what a muzzle device does. In practice, it's hard to say that they're all that effective. I'm sure the military would tell you that they are, but like if like you shoot and you know, like without it, it's not a crazy difference. Like you know what I mean? Like it's subtle, but it's there, but like not like doesn't make the gun. But like honestly, silencers are like a dream. I'm not gonna ever do it without like the right shit, but like
Yeah,
that shit interests me. And and then I started reading about the ATF's rules on muzzle brakes, and it's honestly really weird, like how they define like a compensator and a muzzle brake. It's like basically on like proximity of the diameter of the exit hole. Like if it's either like within like 0.6 millimeters of it, and that's a compensator.
yeah,
And then if it's much larger, it's a muzzle brake. And like it's just so convoluted that like I literally think about that and come up with random ass
yeah.
shit.
Like their shit is just out there. You don't know if you're like either crossing the line or not crossing the line or about to
So
cross the line.
this wouldn't be California legal, but that is technically legal. It's not a
Is it over
silencer.
here?
It's if anything, it's a director, like directing the sound away from you.
Yeah.
Um, but because it does a flash hide, like it flash hides and has the muzzle brake, that's illegal in California.
Okay. And what are you working? What is this, bro? Is this like a whistling device or what?
So, no, it's like I honestly like you're like I get inspired by random ass shit, like weird futuristic guns, like Gundam is what I thought of when I made that one. Like
Yeah.
the fucking weird ass muzzle brakes on the ends of their guns, all like giant and dramatic. That's for a 22.
Okay. And I've noticed that you do a lot of work with 22s, bro. Why is that? Like, why do you concentrate on a lot of muscle devices for 22s? You think it's just an easy project to do, or
Oh,
is there
getting
something?
higher than that, like honestly, is not easy. It's not easy at all. In fact, like if you baffle it even in the slightest, if there's like any type of enclosure like ahead of the like where the round leaves, that
Yeah,
muzzle blast is just sending that fucking muzzle brake everywhere.
yeah,
So it's doing that in like a smart way. And I have a bunch that I'm not gonna ask anyone to shoot
okay.
but myself first.
Okay, and then let's talk about your little logo, bro. Like, how did you come up with the logo with the face with the X's on it? You're
So that
it
it's originally an acid tab. Like the one in my my logo is a tab of acid.
That's what I was
um,
gonna tell you. The logo is actually like an acid stamp, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. And then is it have you released this one, bro, or no?
yeah. That's on DefCAD. That's
So
on
what?
DefCAD.
So all your releases at the moment are through DevCAD, and then do you have stuff on Odyssey or no?
So I do different things for different things. Like if I remix something, I include it on Odyssey. Like you know what I mean? Because like if especially if the original one is.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, no. If I put time and effort into test printing and like making sure everything's good and stuff, then I don't think it's wrong to put it on DefCAD, and I think it's fair.
Yeah, yeah. No, of course, bro. I mean, you're spending your time, and then you're spending other people's time as they're testing it. So I
Absolutely.
mean, it's I tell a lot of people like I think it's okay for you to charge some type of amount, right? Um, I mean, you're always giving stuff out for free, and a lot of people
Yeah,
don't know this. Like, if you see something you like and you don't have DevCAD, I'm pretty sure if you reach out to the person, they'll send you the file. You know what I mean? Uh,
yeah,
but at the same time, always try to support the community because um, a lot of people take time, and this takes time, especially like he said, testing it, making sure it's safe. Um, it's time that he's taking out of his day to give back to the community. So if we could give back something, I mean, it's a no-brainer, you know?
I've heard a lot of people say that like, oh, like do like buy me a coffee and stuff like that. And I
Oh
just
yeah,
honestly I don't trust people to fucking buy me that cup of coffee.
bro, coffee's expensive nowadays too, man. Like they're getting crazy with coffee. Okay, so is this
That's
uh,
the I like to render my stuff because like
mhm,
honestly I don't see very many people actually do like at
yeah,
least moving renders. Um and like I try to find good examples of that. Like I thought this device was because like the thread, the way that that second one locks on is just it's my is my that's my design. Like
okay. So you came up with that design.
yeah,
That's cool, bro. It, like so something I noticed about you, bro, is that you got into the CAD designing fairly quick. Like
oh
how long
yeah.
did it take you to actually figure it out, do rendering and everything? Like,
Well, so I'm pretty savvy with computers and like tech already, but
yeah,
once I started probably like I mean the Galileo was only released like last year, and I
yeah,
didn't start CADing till like a while after that, probably the end of like close to the end of last year. Um, yeah,
that's crazy, bro. So, what do you like? You have, let's say, like maybe less than a year doing CAD work and stuff like that. About
definitely, definitely.
and what is this right here?
So that's just one of those models that like is like really complete, and it's a good way to show like the foregrip.
Yeah,
I did the foregrip
yeah.
on that one. Um,
Okay.
a lot of my shit is like cyberpunk inspired. I try to get away from it, but I always end up back at it.
No, and I
Um,
think that's why I like your stuff, bro, because of the way it looks. You know, it kind of reminds me of a lot of cyberpunk stuff, and I enjoy the lines that you use. Um,
yeah,
this is
I like everything to be really well blended. That's from my that's my chassis. That's the that it's actually goes onto DB's 1022 that's not out yet. I don't think.
Oh, okay, okay.
But it's specifically made for his. I'll probably remix the handguard to take the LX22, so that like it's more universal with like just like if you already have it printed, you might as well just use that one. you know.
All right, so
Uh,
we got a couple questions or a couple comments, right? The homie I is saying, Durbin makes me feel bad for not spending more time learning Fusion, bro. Like for reals, what the hell? And then I'm going to catch something today. I have to start at least uh start. I'm thinking
it
maybe.
doesn't have to be a gun.
I mean, yeah,
I
like
I
yeah.
started off with like I smoked cigarettes and I made a hard case for my cigarettes. Like just trying to get things to spec really matters.
Okay, for people that are trying to learn the CAD, you would tell them that
Trial and error. Well, no, like I mean, I read some stuff like I still like I was reading today. I was reading one thing today about how to like basically stippling in Fusion isn't as straightforward as it is in some other CAD programs, and trying to get that on a curved surface is like almost impossible. And I'm trying to figure that shit out. I was reading that today.
yeah, because a lot of people when they do their stippling, they use a different program, right, to do the stippling.
Yeah, a lot of jewelry editing programs like are like good for that.
For real?
Yeah,
Damn, I didn't know that, bro. The homie Many Enemies says, I love all his designs. Yeah, his
it means a
shit's
lot coming from him. Thank you, man.
um, okay, so let's talk about the community really quick, bro. I know when me and you and 310 met, we were kind of like tripping out, right? When we
We all thought
met.
the other one was feds.
Yeah, yeah. So when we met, we all thought that somebody was gonna be a Fed. But then I kind of felt comfortable because I knew the area, like the homie didn't, but I knew the area, so I was like, all right, like if anything goes down, I know where I'm at.
Yeah,
Um, and then when we met, bro, you could totally tell that you were raised and born in California. See, a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of us in California, we have this type of style and lingo that we use, and it comes natural, right? It's we have some fucked up laws with our guns, and we have to either not do it or say fuck it, we're gonna do it. And a lot of us in California are that way, right? We either obey the laws or allegedly we don't. Right? Um, so I remember I've been following you for a while because what I kind of liked about you, bro, was that you were one of those people that you kind of observed everything before you came into the world of gun CAD and 3D printing and firearms. You were laying back in the cut, just watching how everything worked, and then all of a sudden you popped, and then you just started showing your stuff. Because I think when I was talking to you, I'm like, hey man, I think I remember you from somewhere, and then you told me, yeah, I was following you from my other account, and I was
yeah,
like, oh, it was you, right? Do you
yeah.
What type of advice would you give people? Do you think that a lot of us that are trying to get into this community should kind of do what you did and observe and look and follow the community and then start asking questions? Or what's your personal opinion on that?
I think understanding a printer before you ever try to print anything is important. And like, I mean, it's not a rule I followed myself, but I wasn't out there asking anybody anything.
Yeah.
I was just out there buying new parts.
Mm.
uh, um, like, and like that's honestly, I've heard you talk on that, like keeping an ender stock and calibrated, dude. If I could tell anyone anything, like do that. Like learn actually what a flow calibration is. Everyone talks about them. Actually, what that is, like what's going on there, and like why it's doing what it's doing. I think understanding the processes, like a PID tune and like stuff like that. Like I wouldn't have even tried PID tuning without many enemies talking me into it. I literally call him Print Lord.
Yeah, bro. Many enemies is good with advice, especially if you guys are trying to get into nylon. Uh, and that's why I had the interview with right? Because the way that explains all the printer settings are very in your face, but at the same time, you kind of understand what he's trying to tell you. Because
Yeah,
there,
no, for sure.
because
It's
he had
accessible.
Yeah, yeah, and he has the mentality of a gun cat person too. Because if you go online and you're trying to look up settings, a lot of those settings are for things that are not 2A, right? Um, but what are you working on currently? If you're working on anything, and what type of designs are you waiting for the community to drop? Like something that you're waiting for somebody to drop.
Set me.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. uh, um, uh, um, honestly, DB's 1022. That has to come out before I can even drop my chassis.
yeah, for
um,
sure.
but I'm also working on uh, um, the Mac 11 with Haywood, and
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, no, like that's the honestly it only started up in this past like 5 days, and it's like picked up speed real fast. He is very efficient when he's
bro.
got an idea.
Yeah. So the thing with Haywood is Haywood it likes to do his things light, right? As light and as cost efficient as possible. But he's really smart, bro. I
He's
think,
well thought out ideas.
yeah, I think he did an interview with DLD. And when I was watching that interview and I was listening to Haywood speak, I'm like, dude, this dude is a smart ass heck. I remember I would always ask him questions about 22s, like because he has videos. So if you guys don't know, go make sure you guys check out his videos for Haywood. He has them on YouTube, and he was always giving you like full explanation on how to do 22 stuff, like how to do the. I think he was doing a lot of the barrels right in the beginning.
Honestly, I started following him when he started doing the bolt.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, and then like I bounced a bunch of ideas off of him after I realized what he was doing.
yeah, many enemies
the,
says there's
the
gonna be.
2077 is the one I'm talking about.
Okay, okay, there we go. Yeah, bro, that thing is nice, man.
Dude,
The
I've been waiting for it for so long, like so long.
Bro, I'm waiting for that, and I'm waiting for, I think the AUG. I mean, they're almost dropping the AUG, right?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I don't know if it's almost released. Honestly, I'm not. I haven't. I've been doing like my own thing. Like, I have a test room over in Black Lotus. And I've honestly just been sticking to my room mainly, like just my room. And occasionally someone will tag me in something like, "Hey, this guy wants to check out your stuff." I'll invite him in. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about that. I know there's a lot of kind of rooms everywhere, right? We got Element, we got Discord, uh, but do you think that sometimes too many rooms kind of make you less
Well,
productive, or do you
it
think that if
it
you
compartmentalizes it, right? Which is like a good thing and a bad thing. I think it really depends on like who's doing what. Like, what if they're actively looking for new things. Like, if I feel like if I was gonna actively go look for like a new technique or something, I would go join a beta. You know what I mean? And like then it puts me in a different room, a different environment.
so I mean, would you just recommend to
Do betas. If you're
yeah,
gonna do any of this, do
start
betas. Help people out. Do betas.
Yeah. And then what you say, also try to concentrate on things that you're into, right? Like things that you like.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't like 1022s. I like 1022s because they're very easy to get. And what I'm trying to say is that they're very cheap, but I'll just say they're available, right? Especially in California, like I said, I could get a bunch of 22 LR for really cheap. And that's what I like doing.
Yeah,
Uh,
dude. 500's like $30 or something like that. It's stupid. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, it is. It's around there, like 30, yeah, 30, $40, something like that, depending on the taxes. But yeah, you're correct. Okay, so we got I1 saying, yeah, he's right. Join betas. I finally joined one and I love it.
Yeah, like I mean, I will say this, don't join it if you're only there to grab the files. Like it's kind of fucked up. Like you know what I mean? Like if you're gonna join a beta, do the beta. Like even I've been guilty of like my life gets busy and shit. Like, but like at least make an effort. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I think what you're saying is you don't have to have CAD experience, but
No.
at least just print the thing, right? Like
Yeah,
whatever.
dude. I would say most people won't ever even get into the CAD part of it, but like definitely like you're printing, like just the fact that like I mean, I feel like a lot of people don't understand what the beta is for. It's to find consistent problems, right? Like it's like truly like software in that way. Like, you know what I mean? Like and like
Yeah,
you just doing it and using it helps everyone in this whole community and helps the community as a whole.
yeah, exactly. And another thing is that even if you don't know how to do CAD, um, but you're an idea person, if you have an idea, that might help the beta actually grow, because now you could help problem solve. So make sure that
Yes, yeah, speak up for sure. Speak up. Like I feel like I definitely don't like when people are like testing my stuff and they say something about it, like good or bad, like I don't I take it objectively or I try to. Like I don't like I'm never like, oh, you hurt my feelings, bro. Like you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I'm never gonna be mad at it. It's constructive criticism and it's good.
yeah,
Sorry. Fuck
yeah, it's
AirPods.
good, bro. Yeah, but like I think I understand what you're saying, bro. A lot of the times we work on something, or we have something that we created, and we don't want to get criticized on it, right? But at the same time, there's times we have to let stuff go. You know what I mean? Like just because we created something doesn't mean we have to stick with it, like 24/7. It's just like the like when the birds, right? When the mama bird feeds the bird, when it's time to go, she throws him off the cliff, and he,
Sink or swim.
yeah. So, and I think that's what we have to get more accustomed to in this community. That sometimes, yeah, we might be the idea person behind a project, but if we are the ones that put it out there. Now, whatever people want to do with it, that's what they're gonna do. But at the same time, just remember to always give respect.
Yeah,
Always say,
absolutely.
"Hey, I'm remixing this," or even if you feel that that person is, is like a superhero, send them a message, DM them, and tell them, "Hey, I'm gonna remix this." And most of the times, that person's gonna answer you. Um,
Yeah, for sure. I know I would like I'm always open to like ideas. Like I said, like just talking with like Haywood, we've come up with a bunch of project ideas.
Yeah, bro. And see, I think that's a problem that a lot of us don't realize. A lot of us are too scared to speak out or talk to others, that we just stay behind and we listen, right? And then once we start getting the courage to actually ask questions and talk, they're like, "Oh my god, I didn't know that you were gonna answer me or this and that." But you guys gotta understand that the only way this community is gonna grow is if we get more people in here, and if we get more people asking questions. The more questions people ask, the more projects that are gonna be created, because we're all gonna feed ideas off of each other, right? What's your opinion on making this grow, bro? Like, what would you tell people? Hey, I think we need to concentrate on this, and this is the way that the community is gonna grow. What's your personal opinion?
Moving away from the masks and stuff, like honestly, if I'm being real, make like stop making it feel like it's illegal. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not. Like so like stop making it feel like we're doing something wrong. Like, you know?
Yeah,
I get that it's like a touchy thing and it's definitely not like for every social circle, but I think and I don't have a problem with anonymity, but like if you're gonna be out there, like be out there. You know what I mean?
yeah. Nah, you know what, bro? I think it is. I understand some people are scared, or they
It,
have,
like work and shit is different, but like
yeah,
if you can do it, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, for reals. And I think when we pull away from that illegal type of feel and vibe, people are actually gonna take it as an actual hobby, instead of making it feel more like, when something's illegal, it comes with a different type of feel. Like people
it's seedy.
concentrate,
Like they look at
yeah,
it different. Yeah, like it's like what is the word? Like not condemning of it, but like
like
definitely
pirate.
like skeptical.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? And like what people don't understand is like we're doing a lot of like dude, there's a real engineering happening. Like people didn't know you could even like shoot make a gun out of plastic. I know Glock did, but that's like almost like bulletproof glass. You know what I mean? It's different than what we're doing. Like this shit will melt in the sun. and we're
Yeah,
shooting out of
exactly. I mean,
it.
like, look at what Suckboy Tony is doing, right? And look at what Frytech is doing. Frytech is
Dude, that shit's crazy.
doing his whole different thing, bro. And
Yeah, no, that's another really cool project.
yeah, who would have thought that you would be able to do stuff with magnets and
And it's self-charging and shit. Like, no, it's fucking sick, honestly.
yeah, bro. And I mean,
Oh,
what?
uh,
So
print, what is it? Print four. One sec, I gotta find his username. This dude's doing a bunch of dope shit with like Raspberry Pis and like, dude. I mean,
oh,
I don't know if I'm supposed to share this, but he like made like it reminded me of the movie Eraser. Is all I'll say.
the
Um,
the homie RC,
yeah, I think so.
that he's doing some like what is he doing? I think he's working on some like night vision type of stuff.
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, that is it. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have him that he's doing that, and then we have this other dude. I forgot his name, bro. But we got a bunch of people that are doing dope stuff. That it's not just has to do with what's it called, with 3D
Oh, like
printing or 2A. I mean, with
yeah,
2A.
no, like dude, the thermal, like he had like thermal down, like he was showing me, and I was like, that's fucking
Yeah,
sick,
yeah.
dude.
So the homie RC, he works a lot with like Raspberry Pis and stuff like that. I know Sports Brand does a bunch of stuff too. I think they were working on some like nods and stuff like that too. So if you guys go check out Sports Brand, that's the homie right there. Yeah, man. I was trying to read what Many Enemies was saying. It says, "Dude, it's a video screen. Never mind." I don't know. All right, bro. But what else do you want to show the people? I think you wanted to
I
show
mean,
something else.
we shut him. Oh, dude, honestly, go to my folder. I organize this shit all funny.
All right.
Um,
Design renders or or tester
my
print?
prints, my prints. I'll
Okay,
show you
you're
guys. Yeah, this is like one of the first muzzle brakes. Go to here. I'll tell you which video it is.
hold on, bro.
Uh, it is number 17.
All right, all right. Let me go
Yeah,
back.
play that one. Dude, I was so arrogant thinking that like warning, like hearing alert, because I slow it down because you can see the muzzle brake explode.
Okay, so it's this one right here, right?
Number 17. Yeah,
Could you
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I can't see it. I don't know if it is live.
hold on?
I can hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it, but you can't see it, huh?
Yeah.
I got you, bro. Okay. Okay, here we go. Could you see it now?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
So I very foolishly started off with 308. And in a perfect world, plastic would hold up 308, but not really.
All right.
If you watch, plastic flies everywhere. I keep shooting. I didn't even know. It wasn't until the very end where I look at it. I'm like, oh shit, the thing's not even there anymore.
Damn, bro. All right, and what other one do you have?
Mm. Oh, this is that's from a beta I was pretty active in. It's gotten quiet, but
The
that's
Naver
the
Blaster,
room.
right?
No, that's the Rumac. That's the RMCMP. That's the little pistol version, and that one is honestly sick as fuck. On it's so minimalist, it's wild. There's
So
very few parts to that thing.
what happened with this thing, bro?
It's just like I mean, like I'm still in the chat, and it's just quiet. Like nobody really talks in there, and I've moved on to my own stuff.
Yeah, because it kind
Um,
of reminds me of the Naver Blaster, right? The one that DB was working on. It kind of has that.
yeah, and which the ironic part is this was like I mean this was at around the exact same time. It was actually weird, but the Rumac is actually a really cool build. It's a Ruger Sumac, like it's a
Yeah,
1022 Sumac.
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. So let me see if anybody has any questions for you, bro. If you guys got any questions for Durbin, ask them. Let them know. But let's get back to the Cafe Lou. You want to talk
All right.
about Cafe Lou, bro?
You make me sound like a piece of shit.
No, no, no. I mean, bro, I went there like, okay, so check this out. Uh, Durbin came over here, right? And he's like, "Hey, man, we need to meet." And then he's like, "Oh, man, the homie 310." And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, that's the homie." And he's like, "Oh, we should all meet." And I wasn't gonna go. Like, to be
I
honest,
already knew.
I
I
wasn't gonna
already knew.
go. Like, and he kind of knew it, and I kept pushing it and saying like, nah, bro. Like, you know what? If you want, come over to my house." I said, because I don't like. To be honest, like I'm
Social
outgoing.
anxiety.
I don't think it's that, bro. I think it's more like I just was always like in small areas. You know what I
No, I
mean?
feel that. Yeah, no,
So,
that's what I mean by it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think yeah, you're right. So I like being around in small places, like one on one type of stuff, right? That sounds weird, but that's
No, I know what you're getting at right here too.
right. So I told
Yeah.
so I told him, "Hey, come over, bro. Like we'll have a beer. You come over to my house. We could chill here." And then he's like, "Oh man, but the homie wants to meet." And I'm like, I don't want to go. I'm like, "Look, bro. Like I really don't like. I really don't want to go. Like maybe we could do something later on, right?" And then he's like, "Oh, come on, bro. I got you." And I'm like, bro, it's cool." So finally we go. We meet up, right? We end up meeting up at this place in Westminster.
Yeah.
And we go there. They're waiting inside, and we start talking, and we're drinking.
Irish mules.
Yeah, Irish moves. I never had that. I'm Mexican. All I drink is tequila and Modelo, and like that's it. So we're drinking. Uh, all of a sudden, he's like, "Hey, man, we're hungry. You guys wanna go eat?" And we're like, "Yeah, man, let's go eat." And he's like, "Have you guys gone to Cafe Lou?" And I had heard about it. I've never gone, allegedly, but I've heard about it, right? And he's like, "Yeah, they got some amazing wings, right?"
Those good wings, dog.
So we show up to the place, and I'll tell you this: when I had gone to a place similar like that, it was just more like coffee and appetizers and stuff
It's a
like that, right?
Vietnamese coffee house, if anyone knows what that is. It's
Yeah,
like bikini, like a bikini cafe. Like you know what I mean? But like these ones, it's like illegal gambling.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a weird place, dude. It's
So,
a
so,
weird
so as,
fucking place.
so as soon as he told me where it was at, I know where it's at because that strip has a bunch of these slap houses. So it's those illegal gambling houses, right, where
Yeah.
everybody's just betting and stuck right there for hours. So I knew because one of my friends used to work security in one of those places, right? So he would take me sometimes, and I wouldn't like going in there. So as soon as he told me where it's at, I'm like, "Oh shit, this is the hood." So once we show up, we're kicking it. All of a sudden, that place is just slapping. Like, and even the homie 310, he's from LA. And when he saw this, he was blown away, bro. I think he was like, "What the hell is this, bro?" I'm like, "Bro, I told you we're in the ghetto." And he didn't, and he kind of didn't believe me. But I'll tell you guys this: once those hot wings got there, they were the best hot wings I've had in my life. Like, I kind of want to go back just for the hot wings, but I don't feel like it's gonna
Dude,
be
the
the
fact that
same.
the beer and the hot wings in that place, it's not a fucking bar.
Yeah, yeah. So they were selling beer. So it's supposed to be a cafe, but they had gambling, beer, and hot wings in a cafe. So that's how I knew this guy was dope because not a lot of people are able to go to that area. Um, like I said, a lot of people don't know this, but Orange County is it's a
Not
nice
far.
area allegedly, but where I live, it's like the Compton of Orange County. Let's say that, right? So for him knowing these spots, I like right away. I'm like, this dude knows what's up. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I just never thought that he was gonna take me to Cafe Luz, and the first person that took me was this dude right here. It was amazing, bro. And it was right around my birthday, so I really appreciated that, bro. Okay, so and then so somebody's asking me, okay, I don't know. Everybody just saying good shit, bro, laughing out loud. Um, I have a question, bro, that I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Uh, what are you expecting from the community? Like, what do you want to see more done in the community, and where do you
I
think
mean,
this is gonna head?
just like the P90 that's gonna eventually come out, like the FM that I've like heard about, like all these things. Like once they're like, I just want to see them continue to come out because like it gets people's attention and like when people understand that like this is like you cannot make this go away. Guns are not going to go away. You can try to ban them, but they're not going to go away. Like once people can like actually rationalize that and see that like okay, like maybe we'll actually get some realistic gun laws that are actually applicable. Like honestly, like things that like yeah, like these like no gun zones. Like cool, so you don't have your gun and now some guy that walks in there because he's already planning on not making it out of that situation has his gun. You know what I mean? Like that. There's just like crazy things that I see that it makes no sense. You know,
Yeah.
it really does make no sense.
No, it doesn't make sense because
I hope to be like more accessible as like a whole and like teach people about like the safety of it and like how things work. Honestly, like
okay, bro. So I kind of like that you kind of said that because I had a conversation with somebody a couple days ago. I think me and the homie I were talking about gun safety, right? And gun rules, right? And I was telling him, you guys got to understand that a lot of these areas where they have the strictest gun laws also are areas that
gun
are
violence.
usually are usually like single parents, bro. Like they're not gonna have either a father, right? Or it's just gonna be a mother that is gonna be living in that area. So it's gonna be areas where uh the dad is pretty much not in the picture, and the mom is always working and doesn't know anything about gun safety or gun laws, bro, right?
No, yeah, absolutely.
So I think instead of us spending money on these like what they do in Chicago, that they have these noise trackers, right? Like the gun, the shot trackers,
Yeah, yeah,
that the only thing they do is, if they hear one or two shots, it lets the cops know, hey, there was like two shots here, so they're gonna send like 3 4 cops, right? If they hear like pretty much like an extendo, you know, they're gonna be like, oh, we gotta send more cops that way. That's all it's doing, right? It's just sending cops to an area that the cops are already gonna be on edge because of the gunshots, and you don't know who's going to be walking in and out, and whoever's walking is going to get stopped because that's what they do. They're
well
going
they
to stop.
can there too, they're
Yeah,
allowed to, yeah.
yeah, because they heard the shots happen, so they're going to stop whoever is around that area. And I was telling them, I think what we need to do more is we need to spend more money on educating these kids. If we're already teaching these kids about sexuality and all this other stuff in school, why can't we teach them about gun safety, about what to do, what not to do, how to handle a weapon?
I,
Because
I personally don't think there's any reason why anyone shouldn't know how to unload a gun. Like if you knew nothing else, if you all you knew was how to unload it and make sure it's not loaded, like I just don't see what harm that could do. Like honestly, I really do try to understand like everyone should understand how a gun works. And honestly, I think everyone should shoot a gun one time so that
yeah,
they actually understand what's happening. Like they treat them like they're like you're holding it like a fucking F-16 in your hand and you're not. Like it's like you know what I mean? It's like it's much more based in reality, but like it's it's still dangerous. And like I think people having a fundamental understanding of like treat a gun like it's always fucking loaded. Like I can't even tell you. Like
yeah, people don't understand that, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When I got my first weapon, I think it took me about almost 2 months to actually feel comfortable with carrying one in the chamber. Like, I'm being completely honest. It took me about 2 months to actually feel comfortable having one in the chamber, and I would, you know, once I got comfortable, now I could do it, right? But the first thing I always do is, if I'm around family or friends and they want to see it, is I always unload it,
yeah,
rack it back a couple times,
I
pointing it
mean, hand it to them open. You know what I mean?
and hand it to them open because
Yeah.
a lot of these people don't know how to handle guns. I've been in situations where I give a gun to somebody and luckily I did everything I did and the first thing he does is pull the trigger. I don't know why, bro, but like the first thing these people like that never been around guns do is pull the trigger. It's like instinct to them. It's just to pull the trigger. That's why I really truly believe that if we would teach more people about gun safety and spend more money on gun safety, and also I believe that anybody that's gonna own a gun should take a stop the bleed class.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Yeah,
I,
or like I mean, at
go ahead.
least understand situations to like cuz like quick clot and stuff like exist. Like I don't think that's what you're saying necessarily, but like that kind of stuff like it can be detrimental. Like you can also hurt someone by trying to help. You know what I mean? Like you got to actually know what you're doing.
Yeah. Nah, bro, and for reals, like people don't understand that. Uh, okay, a lot of us don't realize that we're gonna get in situations that we're not that where we're gonna have to stop the blood or do a wound or something like that, right? I really never thought that I would have to do something like that till the time that I was at the homie's house and the firework blew up my finger, right? Bro, and that's and I was around people that are like hardcore men. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
some of these dudes were like ex-military, others have fought a couple wars. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say. And as soon as that happened, more than half of these dudes panicked, bro, and they didn't know what to do. Like if it wasn't for me right away, kind of like
Pressure.
yeah, like it kicked in, and then I'm like, nah, I need to stop the bleeding. I need to get in the car, and I need to go to the emergency room. I could have probably, lost more blood than it could have gone
No,
bad
yeah.
because
Yeah.
at that time you're not thinking. Everything is just instinct. You know what I mean? Uh,
Yeah. I think first aid is complicated as fuck, and I think it should be left to the professionals for sure. But yeah, the one thing you can do is put pressure, and I would say don't put a tourniquet unless you absolutely fucking have to.
yeah, for reals. Like if you feel that that you could stop the bleeding by applying pressure and using some rags or something, do that first. Don't do the tourniquet unless you really have to.
Tourniquet is like they're gonna bleed out in minutes. Then
Yeah,
that's when you tourniquet, and you kill whatever limb it is. Like the limb is dead, it will be amputated. It can most like more than likely. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like at least think of it like that. Is how I was taught. Like
yeah.
it's a big deal.
Let's see. Kamar and PLA says my wife has an amazing story about saving someone from bleeding out while their coworkers were panicking. You never know.
Literally, I've watched people do the same thing. Like I know how I am in like in like a situation like that. Like I know what you're talking about too. Like people run around like a chicken with their head cut off. Like
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
like
bro.
freaking the fuck out, not knowing what to do, and like it's act. Don't not do
Yeah,
anything.
like, I was surprised, bro, like, I was surprised when that thing happened and everybody was, like, kinda like, "What are we gonna do? Blah, 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 blah." I'm like, "Bro, just chill, like, I was looking for whatever I could find, I found the towel, I wrapped it up, and I was just squeezing the shit out of my finger, bro, and I told the homie, "Let's go drive," and he was driving so slow, bro, like, he was I was like, "Bro, just drive as fast as you can, but don't make it that big of a deal, but just."
Yeah, no, I feel you. He's taking a sweet ass time, bro. It honestly always feels like that when you're in pain, though, too.
Yeah,
Like anytime I've
and
been like that, I'm like, you're not going fucking fast enough.
and then I tell him, "Don't worry, bro." Like I even like just so you guys could know what type of environment I was around. I told him, "Don't worry, bro. You don't have to drop me off in front of the hospital. Drop me next to it, and I'll walk in." Because you never know, you know what I mean? Like you gotta be cautious of your friends. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely, no, 100%. Well, I mean, I try to be like conscious of who I'm around, and I try not to kick with people I can't like at least count on a little bit.
Yeah. And I think that's like the situation that I kind of didn't want to go out, bro. Like I didn't know who it was right at the moment. You meet people on social media, and you're like, who is it? Who's this dude? Do I know him? But then the more we talk to him, the more you realize go with your gut feeling. Like always go with your gut feeling because I'm gonna say something and I kind of spoke about it on the roast on Friday. Um, that thing that happened to Ralph was some bitch ass shit. Like that kind of got me disappointed a little bit in the community because if Ralph did whatever he did it right, but you don't call the cops on somebody. Like, because if that would have happened to me, to be honest, the cops wouldn't have come knocking at my door. They wouldn't have
Right.
been, oh, it's California. You guys got to understand that it's California. You're fucking with people's life. If
Yeah,
if
no
if
knocks.
if the cops come, they're not gonna knock. They're not. They're gonna break the door in. They're gonna shoot my dog, and they're gonna shoot whoever comes out. Right? And
And
they're
you
gonna
better
have
not
no
jump up too quick.
yeah, fuck. So, so that's why I'm just telling you guys. A lot of the people in the community are super dope. Just make sure you realize who you speak to, who you talk to, and who you hang around with, because it's not cool to fuck with somebody's life. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
swatting is gnarly. Gnarly that that's a thing.
Yeah, bro. DB Lumina says I took a dude who was stabbed in the kidney to the hospital in the bed of my truck. Don't know how that started, but he didn't die. There we go. Damn, bro. Yeah, bro. That shitbag's not one of us. To be honest, look, I'm gonna say one last thing, bro. And I'm sorry I brought you into this with like uh,
Yeah.
but don't let stupid internet shit like consume your life. Like we're here to have fun. We're here to meet dope people. Half of you, more than you, I talk to on a daily basis, and you guys are amazing. Uh, and to be honest, I do want to meet some of you, and I hope that that happens, right? Because a lot of you guys are cool. Another thing is that I probably would have never spoken to some of you guys, and you guys probably would have never spoken to me. But luckily, being part of the community has brought me around cool people that are dope friends, uh, like Durban, like Come Out in PLA, like Many Enemies, Sports Brand. A lot of you guys are real friends and are cool, and I appreciate that. But once you start snitching on people, that's something you don't do, especially if it's for no reason. You know what I mean? Like
What's that saying? Like you can tell a lot about someone by the way they treat someone they don't have to be nice to. The
exactly.
internet is like exact example of that. You know,
Yeah,
like
bro. All right,
you don't
bro.
have to be nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't have to be nice to anybody here.
yeah.
Being nice is the choice that we choose. Um, but yeah, man, do you have anything you want to tell the people? Let them know where they could find you. I mean, everything's linked below, but
Yeah, I mean, just like yeah, follow me on Instagram. Really, like that's where I post the most. I would say, like more than anything, I'm on Instagram. Um, yeah,
yeah, man. All right, bro. I really appreciate you coming to the show. Thank you for everything,
absolutely.
and thank you for Cafe Lou, bro. I'm not gonna
We'll do it again when I'm in town, dude.
for real, bro. Like the hot wings were good. Thank you guys. Thank you for always showing love. Thank you for coming in and supporting me. And also make sure you guys go support Dervin. All his stuff is linked below. Go check him out. He's a dope dude. And yeah, man, we appreciate you guys. All right, bro. Hold on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, don't go out. Stay backstage. All right, guys. Thank you. Broken Bullets. Just make sure you go and rewatch the show, bro. I would appreciate that. Um, and Take Care of Many Enemies, Ron Bear, Plastic Blaster, Come Out in PLA. Let's see, Luminous, Dirt McGirt, Sports Brand, everybody that made it today. We appreciate you guys. Haywood, thank you. Take care, guys.